104.1 KRBE. Let's get started. It's the Roula and Ryan Show.
Wake up, fool!
Hey, wake up!
It's about to get all stupid up in here!
Right here.
Featuring Eric.
Eric, he is a bad, bad man.
Special K.
The big red K.
Are you threatening me?
I'm waiting for you.
And Sam.
I am a wuss! I am a wuss!
You've waited long enough. How the heck do you pronounce this woman's name?
Roula. And
Ding dong.
Ryan. 104.1 KRBE.
Good
morning.
Good morning, Houston, Texas.
Hi.
It is
Hello
Wednesday,
there.
April 24 of 24. So it's 4/24/24. If you're into fours, this is your day.
Oh,
Mostly.
big numerology thing.
I guess. Rula, Ryan, Eric, Special K, and Sam. Here we are, half day through the work week,
Well,
almost
Sam
to the
about it.
weekend. And
This is a big day for you, Sam.
What's
I
the
know you have
horoscope
signs
say?
and you like numbers.
let's find the horoscopes. Where's your
I
ethereal
really
music?
missed my window because my mom sent it to me. There was a horoscope of Taylor Swift's like new songs or something. I'm gonna have to look back, yeah, because you know how she dropped her whole new album and
Yeah.
everything. I didn't click it because I was kind of over it too.
Taylor Swift version
But
horoscopes?
I guess it was depending on like what song you liked or something.
Oh,
like,
this is your zodiac sign. The
Yes.
song
Knows
like
about
it.
it.
yeah,
Oh,
like it like pair
okay.
it together. Maybe if people are really interested, I'll try and find it and then I'll try and do
So,
a
and
video.
that's one thing about radio I never got. Like people that love
To love.
horoscopes. Like there's some radio shows like in
I
New
need
York
to download
City.
an app
They
so I
still
get
do
one
them?
every single morning.
Do you know what I think it is, Eric?
If we did that, if we started doing that at 6:10 every day, people would want to hear it. I don't. We
Think
believe me,
so?
we're not going to do it. But
You
this
don't want to
what
know what
Sam's
your
spotlight
Aquarius
needs to
horoscope
be?
is today? Aquarius?
What's the
Eric and Sam?
It's
It's like
Yeah.
a fortune
What is
cookie.
it?
It's just, it's
they
not.
take that Aquarius from that one and they're going to put it as a Cancer.
Yeah,
for
in a couple
6
months.
months later.
Cut
Let's
and
move
paste.
Move it around.
But
That's
it's
a good point.
nice to try and visualize how this
And
is gonna be.
visualize.
You like me
New
earlier.
word.
Heard that
Yeah.
one.
New word.
My word was
Decisive.
decisive.
For
episode.
divisive. For divisive. Right
You
now,
can be decisive
Eric and
about
Sam,
something. That's a real word.
Let's
Yes,
start
but he was
searching.
trying to
You
say
know,
when it
I'm-
divides people
Yeah.
that it's decisive.
But what was Sam trying to say?
Visualize.
And
I just
visualize.
You
put.
said invisualize.
I'm hungover. What's
Like
your excuse?
envision and then visualize.
Yes, thank
Okay.
you.
Aquarius, right now the universe is putting you in
Yeah.
the driver's seat.
Ooh.
Where's my ethereal music? It's encouraging
have any.
you to steer your bright and bold concepts into the realm of reality.
See, what does that tell you? It doesn't tell you.
Gather
nothing.
your squad, delegate with wisdom, and make sure everyone's strengths are utilized.
What if you had a horoscope?
You guys
like,
are my squad.
if you had a horoscope that said, Aries, don't leave the house today. You will die.
It doesn't say that. It would never say
People
that.
would really be like, into it then.
It would never say that.
I'd be scared.
You have to have something
Oh,
specific.
here's a quick, fast one, because one of those I went to had huge
Yeah,
paragraphs.
there you go.
You ready, Aquarius?
This is
Yes.
for today.
This is for today.
I'm ready.
Yeah, this is
The
Sam and
full
myself.
moon today might create stress in your life, especially at home with family members or with bosses and authority figures in your role in the world. Decide not to make a big issue about things, Aquarius. Let go of the need to be right. Things will come together in a few days.
A few days. I don't have a few days.
And
Yeah.
you're doing it in such a soothing, like calm way you deliver it. I feel like I'm being read bedtime stories.
Yeah, these
Like
things.
I'm going to fall asleep.
I'm a
Very
Pisces.
soothing.
If you're a Pisces, make an extra effort to be mindful and aware of everything today, because today's full moon could make you overreact when talking to others or when driving. Don't take things so seriously, Pisces. For one thing, this full moon stress will be gone in 48 hours. Chill out.
How does the full moon cause you stress?
Oh, there's all this stuff that's related to the moon. You've heard all these things. Oh, it must be a full moon.
I just thought it made you a werewolf.
Oh, it's only what was it? The fourth, it's the fourth Sunday and blah, blah, blah. I don't know. There's all these moon phrases. I
Yeah.
don't know because I don't pay attention to them, but I know there are people who rule themselves by the stars and the moon.
Yes. A
That's
waning
100%.
moon? I don't know.
Waxing and waning.
Waxing and waning?
Waning and waxing.
Wax on, wane off.
That's Cobra Kai.
Okay.
Wax on, wax off.
Kevin, you're a Cancer, right? You're a July
yeah.
baby.
Yeah.
What,
Be
what-
patient with your friends as well as people in groups and organizations today. Likewise, be patient with romantic partners and your own kids, which don't apply to you, because today's full moon is going to create challenges dealing with others for you. But be assured by tomorrow, things are going to be much less problematic.
I had a problematic nap yesterday. If I can tell you about it right
Tell
quick,
me.
I got a text message from well, first of all, I started getting calls from a number from my brother's neighborhood,
Okay.
and I had it on Do Not Disturb. But it got through because they kept calling and calling.
So then you think something's wrong.
Yeah. And then I got a text message from them. It said, "I have your family. Are you Kevin? Venmo me $50,000 and I'll release them. They keep yelling Uncle Woo Woo."
Oh,
Shut
my.
And I was like, uh-oh. Only my nephew says Uncle Woo Woo. Only he knows that. And I was like, dang it. So I screenshotted that and I sent it to my brother. And then my brother said, "Please send ASAP." And then I called him. And then he started laughing.
Oh, good.
Yes.
Why?
Because he
they
was
pranked
he.
He was pranking
I guess him and the kids had off yesterday, and they were with some other people, and they wanted to prank Uncle Woo Woo.
Oh my God.
That's a pretty messed up
It is a
prank.
very messed up prank.
It's not
Especially
funny.
all these cyber ransoms.
So
that are
I
happening.
told
You should
I
have
don't
went for
know
like
who this-
$1,000.
I
Something
know.
that you would like.
Well, I called back and I told my brother, I was like, "Well, actually, it'd have to be in installments because you only can do $1,500 a day on Venmo. You should have known that." But so what I'm going to do now is I don't know who this person is, but I am going to Venmo them. But I'm going to Venmo them $2. I'm going to put in the reason, the message. I'm going to put for cocaine.
Oh, nice.
and hopefully it shows up like,
Yes.
sometimes people don't
Sometimes
know.
they keep it public, or sometimes the FBI just comes knocking next.
Well, then you need to make it more than $2 because I don't think you'd even be able to buy a straw for that.
straw is that how
Wow.
to
It'd be like one little
Granule.
Eric, to your point on text at 37530.
yeah.
Oh my God, I need Capricorn now. LOL. Oh my God, please can you read Libra?
See,
I
it's
want
a
to read
thing.
mine now.
See what happens because everyone wants to
Go
hear
down that
theirs.
rabbit hole.
There's only 12
Excuse me.
signs
Oh, God.
right there.
Yeah, I had swallowed water the wrong way. You ever have it go down the wrong pipe?
Yeah, it's like
Yeah, but usually it makes you cough and choke, and then you can't catch your breath for like 5 minutes. You're like, what is wrong with me? Why can't I just
Delayed
learn how to
reaction.
swallow?
How did I
I mean,
forget?
how dumb do you feel when that does happen? You're like, how am I choking right now?
you
How?
choke on air.
Oh my God.
What the hell? Oh, that happened.
What happened? Oh, but guys, there's a moon alert today, by the way.
A moon alert.
Yeah, it was the pink moon last
Eric
night.
just dropped trout.
After 10:45 a.m. Houston time, there are no restrictions to shopping or important decisions. The full moon in Scorpio peaks at 6:49 p.m. I don't know what the hell that means.
Shopping and go by
That means
Amazon?
something to someone who lives by the moon. Moon laws.
Well, it was certainly pretty today on the way in.
Oh, you
Yeah,
can
I
still
thought
see
there
the
was
that's
a
pretty
pink
big.
moon or something.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, I see it.
I see it. So over there.
I mean, hey, if you're into it, that's
I
cool.
see.
I just feel bad if people
Whatever
take
is
it serious.
entertaining. Yeah.
Like, I like wrestling, but I don't believe it.
It's not going to be your guiding principle in life.
Although it did make you cry, even though you know
Not
it's
cry,
set
but
up.
like just like tears of joy, but like not tears.
Nostalgia.
When your eyes get glossy.
You
it
still
doesn't-
cried.
That's still crying.
Those are still tears.
Damn it.
That's a man's way of saying I didn't cry, but I cried. Yeah, you cried.
Those were,
There's glistening eyeballs.
Yep.
That's tears.
yep. That's
Crazy how something that can affect you that you watched when you were a kid, like music, something you liked as a youngster, you still love to this day. And then you hear a song and you're bored after 3 months. You're like sick of that song. Or the song you listened to your whole life. You're like, oh yeah. Brings me back to when I had a mullet. Good
Oh
times.
my God.
Knocking over porta potties, drinking beer.
Oh, my
Am I going to have to go, like, when we go to commercial break, do I have to go to Instagram and read these? Because everyone's texting me their sign, and they say Horoscopes at 6 a.m. Horoscopes at 6 a.m.
Horoscopes at 5:50 a.m.
I could do that.
I'll go make
That way
an
we don't have to
AI
be here.
song
Yeah.
for Horoscopes.
Horoscopes.
Every day, just type one in there and it'll make the song for
New
it.
song for whatever bit we're
How
doing.
about you, Virgo? It's an accident-prone day for you, Virgo.
Uh-oh.
Pay attention to everything you say and do. Definitely
my
think before you
gosh.
act or speak, because feelings of irritation or impatience might make you say something you will later regret.
Well, doesn't everybody have that when you get
Virgo.
stuck in traffic in the morning?
No, it's only Virgos.
Yeah.
Just that.
It almost sounds
Just
like you
them
said for
today.
ghosts. You said Virgo.
Virgos.
Virgos.
For ghosts.
Virgo or whatever that guy's name from
Vir-
Ghostbusters.
Vigo. That was Ghostbusters 2.
Yeah, that's
was
the
a
one.
very
He got
scary one.
mesmerized by the art piece.
I hated that one. That's the one I.
The Carthaginian warrior.
This one I really remember. 'cause
I do
there
remember that one
There
really
was
well.
slime flowing underneath
Pink
of.
river of slime.
Hey, when it starts streaming,
And
I
then the
actually...
Statue of Liberty was in the water.
And that was
animated.
referenced in the latest Ghostbusters movie. I went and saw that at the theater.
Yes, you saw it.
I did. I just decided, let's get out of the house, and we went and saw the
Tell me
new
How you
Ghostbusters.
have money without telling me? You've wasted money on that.
I guess.
I mean, I never go anywhere or do
bored.
anything, so it's like we just decided to go to the movie theater just to get out of the house, and it was actually really good. It was better than the last one.
How many people were in the theater?
Not many.
Like more
But,
than 10?
I can't believe I've been to the theater twice this year, and then we saw a war movie that Eric you would have liked.
You've been
This
3
one.
times.
Have I been 3?
You said you
What
went to
about
some
that
movie
time
where
you said-
you just picked a movie and
Oh, that's right. It was 3 times.
Yeah.
But does that
that's
count?
more than Sam's been in 10 years.
Does that count though? We left 20 minutes into it.
Still
still in
counts.
there.
You paid.
Is Ghostbuster out on streaming?
No, it's still
About
playing
2
at the
weeks,
theater. The one we saw on cable that was really good, or on Apple TV, is that Argyle. That was really, really good with Bryce
It's about
Howard.
socks. It's about socks.
No, it's not about socks. No, it's a fun spy movie. I know that all of you would like it. It's lighthearted.
I tried watching
it's
it, but
really
my Apple
fun.
wouldn't play it. Something happened and said would not play.
Apple's got the worst interface.
Apple sucks.
I mean, their programs are great, but
Speaking of television, coming up next in Scoop, I do have a personal question for our 6 o'clockers about something
Horoscopes.
my TV is doing that I don't know if anybody else's TV is doing, and I think it's a scam. Plus, Horoscopes will continue. Just kidding. Here's your weather for today.
okay, so yesterday was pretty nice. We had sunshine early on. Looks like it's going to be kind of similar today. High of 83. Right now, 70 degrees and 611 on the Roula and Ryan Show.
What up, what up, what up? Listen. Get ready. This is Roula and Ryan's Celebrity Scoop.
KRBE.
Okay, Houston, Texas. I just want to remind you guys that today, 8 o'clock, we are going to have the first keyword of the day for the Taylor Swift Flyaway for the Eras Tour. There are 4 keywords of the day. So there's 8 a.m., 11 a.m., 2 p.m., and 5 p.m. And that is to catch the Eras Tour on its second round in the United States in the fall. And it's going to be either New Orleans, Miami, or Indianapolis. So wait for that keyword, and you can enter to win. We also are going to do the rapid fire quiz at the same time.
rapid fire quiz.
Rapid fire quiz!
I have heard the complaints and I have tried to appease. It is going to be mostly pop culture events. For instance, I'll give you an example
Nice.
question right now. You can all yell it out, whatever you want. Social media platform that is about ready to be banned by our government.
TikTok.
Bingo. So it's stuff like that.
All right. Well,
Good luck,
before
Sam.
I get into the TV talk, let me throw this out there for the administrators and the teachers who have to be in the building fairly soon because they're getting their day ready. You know, we've been doing these STAR tests for years to motivate kids, make them feel better about the stress they have over this test that public schools administer to kids, which basically in the end, if it's really about the numbers of how many kids pass this to rank the school and then some funding for the school. It's just all this stuff. So
It
it's
doesn't
very
really
stressful.
impact the kids. It's just all about getting the numbers.
That makes
for
the
the
teachers
school.
No,
stressful.
it impacts
Yeah.
the kids because of how it's administered. You
Yeah.
cannot talk. You're sitting there for like
No,
5
I know.
hours
I'm just
straight.
saying it
Teachers
doesn't
can't
help
move,
them.
can't talk, can't be on their phone.
Do they
can't
get in
help.
trouble if the scores are low? Do they do they look at that and go, "Oh yeah, you're not going to get a raise," or
I don't know. That's a whole other
You should ask the teachers
question.
text me
37530 if it impacts your actual salary based on how your school performs. But
Or your
these
job.
STAR tests over these years, we have tried to do things that kind of turn it into something fun. And a couple days ago, Kevin and Ahmad revealed their new STAR test for the Roula and Ryan show. And then yesterday, AI did it, courtesy of some keywords that Special K had put in there. There was a disco one, there was like a new wave one, there was a hip hop
funny.
one. There was reggae, there's a reggaeton. So the disco one, Kevin was playing around with that, and he got a new disco version of
More
the
appropriate.
STAR test song.
Does this one have Wheaties in it?
Of course, it has Wheaties in it.
It says, eat your Wheaties. Someone
joke
eats Wheaties.
Who really eats Wheaties?
Yeah, I mean, one joke is in there. The rest is like, you know.
No Special K in it?
No.
Wheaties.
Okay,
Just
so let's
Wheaties.
hear the new song that you got to the AI to come up with.
20
Here we
seconds.
go. Here we go.
Oh,
Wow.
I like that. Very Madonna.
Oh, I'm on roller skates.
into the groove.
It's that time of year. We won't be. It's the STAR test year. So don't shed a tear. Take your time, use your skills. That way your teacher will be thrilled. Science, math, and reading. You're already leading. Baby, eat your Wheaties. No one actually eats Wheaties. The STAR test is built on the go. Just like Presto, it's gonna help you grow.
That's it.
It just ends like that. It just runs out of juice.
I wasn't paying attention to warn you. Sorry. I was like jamming out to it.
Those computers don't know how to like.
No. Give you a good ending.
You type in Sopranos ending?
Yeah, exactly. Yesterday, I was on Instagram,
festive.
and I get these I follow a lot of music sites, and they had a quote from Freddie Mercury, the late great lead singer of Queen. He passed away like 32 years ago, and he predicted. He said, when music is taken over and it eventually will be done by computers, we will have lost our soul because it'll mean nothing.
Some people said
And he
that when New
predicted
Wave
it.
came, when drums
The
and
synthesizers.
Yeah.
people thought that was going to take it away.
Yeah, but not actually having a human being sing. That's a little bit different, don't you think?
I don't know.
I mean, just different levels. But yeah.
I mean, there's nothing.
Is this
to-
like one of those things
people
that
are paying to
repeat?
go see holograms now. They're going to go to
Right.
Vegas and see
I mean,
ABBA.
what I predict is like within the next couple of years, like every kid in America will write a song, type it into AI, and somebody will make it.
It's not even writing a song. They're just going to put words into the.
It's already happening.
I'm dropping
Yeah.
my new
We
single.
just showed that we did that.
Yeah, we just did
Kevin
it.
just put the words in.
Kevin, can you drop your new single next hour?
Oh, of course. I could drop a whole album.
You do that.
You really could.
Instead of Fortnite,
You can do this for your own school if you want.
Call of Duty.
On the website that Eric found, suno.com, S-U-N-O. It means listen in Hindi. So a lot of different Star Test songs. And those we can actually post on the podcast because they're not
Right.
infringing on any
And we
artist
paid for it.
rights.
Yes.
And we paid for it. So you can post all of them at krbe.com if you like.
Why don't in an hour I tried to put together some of the facts and texts from Roses.
Okay.
And kind of mix them together into the machine and see what it spits out for a song.
Oh yeah, like what Roses is about and stuff. That'd be funny.
Rather
'cause
than
usually
me
you do
writing
the
a
text
text
too.
to
Or
you.
you could waiting on people.
Why don't you make us rapid fire songs for each? Like for Sam doesn't have a song.
Oh yeah, get
Like
Sam
if
a
she
victory
wins today,
song.
if she wins
Oh,
today,
that's good. She doesn't have a
that's
song.
funny.
and then if she loses, you could have a
Be
winner or
nice.
loser. That way, we're guaranteed to play one of her songs.
Well, we're
nice
also doing,
about
Kevin,
it.
we're doing closure
Love
at
that.
7:20. You could do a
Gosh.
recap
Like
song.
I said, I got to get an album ready for this.
see,
Yeah.
all kinds of
No
things.
kidding. No kidding.
Get a Sam one though, for in case she wins
Sam
and in case
win.
she loses.
And to answer
Go
your
jinx her.
question via text to Eric about the teachers being impacted by the Star
Yeah, what
Test
happens?
scores, one person says in Katy, their pay does not get affected, but
That's
if
good.
your campus doesn't perform properly, the district
Takes your vending machine away.
will put you on an improvement plan.
Oh, we don't want that.
Star doesn't impact your pay. However, you may be monitored by administrators if students are not performing well. The reasoning is because instruction should be based off data. Did the teacher provide the explicit instruction and differentiate to the students' needs throughout the year? That's HISD.
See, that's tough. If I was a teacher, I'd be like, okay, I need at least like 12 of those smart kids over there. The kids last year got all A's. I want those guys to have a draft.
But you gotta
like
look
the
at
football
what's-
draft that's going on.
And then
You gotta look at
lastly,
what's
this person
working,
says
though.
the Aspire program gives you bonuses from $2,000 to $10,000.
Oh, damn.
Based on growth of student performance. This texter received $5,000 as a PE teacher because the middle school did so well in HISD.
Then you got to watch out for cheating when you get money involved.
When you get PE, how do you cheat in PE?
Yeah.
You either ran it that fast.
Plus, she
or
got the
didn't,
money
right?
because I don't think they do star tests for PE.
No.
Well, she said that
right
it
in the
was
middle of the
this-
test.
I'm
You
saying,
can jump
I think they're saying they all got it
Yeah.
into the pot for doing
Got it.
well.
Okay. Let me throw you all this. I don't know. It
Start
says
this.
I
I
got
was wondering. I was like, I would have aced that.
Yeah.
That's my
Okay.
specialty.
Question number
Jumping
10.
class.
Sam, jump rope for 30 seconds.
I could do that. I could do pull-ups. Like I
you could do a
beat
pull-up. I
all
could never
of
do
the
a pull-up.
boys.
How many
In
pull-ups can you do?
Sit-ups, the mile. Like I beat everybody. That was, like,
Currently,
my
how many
mission.
pull-ups can you do?
No, I can't. Post,
if we got a
post
bar in
baby,
here.
I can't do pull-ups right now. I could maybe do a chin-up.
Mm-hmm.
You know, hand
What's the
position. Chin up
Forward.
is where your fingernails are facing your face. A pull up
Those are
is where
easier.
your hands
Those are
are
hard.
facing away, and
Oh,
those are
that's
harder.
harder.
Yes.
Okay.
So chin ups, but no. I'm
No.
still working on the
You lift,
upper
bro?
body strength.
You lift, bro?
Yeah, but
Okay, let me ask this TV question because I know we all have one. Whether
I can
you
hold that
Oh, yeah,
baby.
yeah. I want to hear this.
So I got last year. My husband and I invested in the Samsung Portrait TV. Do you guys know what this is? The Portrait TV.
Yeah.
The
yeah.
Portrait TV. You can
Portrait.
find it at Best Buy everywhere.
Wait, I just got the frame. Is it the same
it.
thing?
The frame.
Oh, okay, yeah, the frame. It's just art.
It's basically a television that's pretty thin, and when it goes up against the wall, when you mount it, there's not anything behind it that makes it kind of bulky. It's just flat against the wall. And when it's off, you have the option to just have a piece of artwork showing, like it's a framed
nice.
piece of art
You can put
on
your
your
own-
wall.
Your own stuff too.
You can put whatever you want.
cool.
But here's where my question is, Eric. Do you have one of these?
We
Kevin,
did.
do you have one
Yes,
now?
I have
We
one.
did, but something happened in the back, so we just got rid of it.
Did you buy the subscription for it?
Oh, hell no.
Okay, so there's a subscription option you can do for this TV where it gives you the option to have like thousands of pictures. At
The
your
Mona Lisa.
fingertips.
You want the Mona Lisa?
Yeah, you could do any piece of art from any artist from around the world, famous or unknown, and just have any kind of art you want. So, of course, when we bought that, we kind of got suckered into that. Like, it's a special
no.
thing.
How much is it?
It was $40 for the year.
Oh,
and you could change all the art. Okay,
Or
well,
was
that's
it a
fine.
month and you didn't know it?
No, it was a year. It was a year. Okay, so my question is, for anybody who has this TV and maybe did what I did and bought the first one, now it's expired, and I think it's a bunch of bullcrap.
Yeah.
Because it tells you that you don't have to have the subscription and you still have access to like a basic portfolio of these pictures.
Yes.
Like 10 photos?
We do.
But when mine expired and the only thing it shows me is like this really ridiculous kind of like neon picture. Like I keep trying to change it to another picture. It goes back to this like basic white neon, like with.
So that's your default.
Like the default, I can't get it to show me a pretty picture anymore. It'll advertise that there are pretty pictures, but when I want to click it, it says, "Oh, your membership has expired." So does that mean I only get stuck with that one ugly picture?
getting-
All
I
the
don't think
time?
so.
Totally
Booster
do.
was going through it last night, and he set up a different picture for me. Like he likes to set up a different picture for me from when I get up in the morning and turns on for me. And so
What
this
the-
morning he set up
That's
mountains.
so sweet.
I know. So
You
I got
really
up.
do have a loving spouse.
I know he's so sweet.
What did you do? You don't deserve him.
No, I don't. No. But he let me know that too.
I hung out with him yesterday.
I know y'all cross paths at gym and the gym and Marshalls are next to each other, so
He's
they
like,
cross
"What are you
paths.
doing?" I was like, "Just at the gym." He's like, "Well, I'm going to TJ Maxx." I was like, "Okay, text me when you're there. I'll wash my hands and leave the gym."
I'm there. you quit working out?
Yeah.
So he can create a picture just for you, Kev?
Worth it.
No, he chose one of the free ones for me, but we never got the subscription. There is a way, I believe, that you can get it off that default, because we also had that default thing running
And
too.
it's ugly. And I'm like,
It
what
is
the
kinda
hell?
ugly.
Did
Is
you
this
put
like
your
a way
own?
to force you to spend $40?
Yeah, I was trying to figure out how to link the Amazon Photos or Google Photos and
What about your Apple?
Yeah,
have
be
it
careful that you
roll
put your
through.
Apple. This might be photos that just pop up there.
Oh, yes, there are.
But like 10 years ago, you had
Some of those gym
party.
pictures.
There's Kevin at the Tony's Corner Pocket.
Take 1,000 naked pictures of yourself now.
My God. All right. Coming up next, the everyday irritations that we face. Maybe you've already faced one. If you're in the car, 100% Houston, Texas, you have faced it. I'll just tell you what it is. A pothole. That's an everyday irritation, is it not? Don't you
Potholes.
get so
Now I'm
mad?
just getting uneven roads, like the road from the heat and the cold. They're like, it's like the uneven
My number
sidewalks are
one-
uneven. It's like because trees.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Like this city's crazy.
You're right, because it expands from the heat. But my number one has got to be the people merging at the last second, cutting over in a lane that they're not supposed to be in.
Selfish people.
Everyday
Selfish.
irritations. You can text us at 37530. We'll go through this list too and go around the room. Everyday irritations that we have to just deal with, and it stinks. Next on the Roula and Ryan Show.
It's KRBE with more of the Roula and Ryan Show.
Jeez, we all have stressors in our lives every single day.
It's an everyday irritation that you have to put up with. An everyday irritation. And unfortunately, this
Why are you
is
looking at
just
me, Ryan?
real life. This is just real life. This is one that really gets me. When somebody could have held the door open for you, like as they're exiting, they could just hold it back. Like they don't have to hold it and let me out first. Just
Yeah.
hold it so it doesn't slam on me.
Yeah.
And they don't. Now in Houston, Texas, we have a
rude.
lot of nice people, but so that's why it sticks out more when the person doesn't do it.
Absolutely.
You're like, what in the hell, dude? I was right here. I mean, in Houston, we're the kind of people that, as Eric says, you have the four-way stop face-off. And we're like, no, you go.
Yeah, but up north or like growing up in Chicago, everybody was just like,
Me first.
honking. They're jerks here.
Yeah.
It's too nice. I'm like, just
Somebody
make a move.
And in relate to the door thing, you've got people that are kind of feel you on their back that you're coming, so they hold the door. And it's like they stand there and wait for you to make it through the threshold. Like, that's where we are. But so that's why it makes it so annoying when somebody didn't hold the door.
How about like all the ads everywhere on social media now? Like I can't enjoy
There's
anything
nothing.
from
Yeah.
TikTok, Instagram.
It's all ads.
Twitter is like every third one is an ad and then the same ad. I'm like, if Cheech and Chong keep trying to sell me their gummies, I'm like,
Oh, now I know it's in your algorithm.
Yeah, what kind of
Gummies.
gummies? Try
I don't
Tuesday?
get that ad.
I don't know what they are. I guess
No,
they-
reckon you try it Tuesday with
We'll
gummies.
put one in there that is theirs. and then regular
Yeah.
gummies.
See which member of the show's messed up?
Gummy roulette. There we go.
Roulette. Gummy roulette. I like
How about when you can't remember the damn password?
Oh, every
What
day.
is the password? Or like it's not something you go to all the time, but it needs you to log in so you can do something specifically and you're trying to do it in a hurry. You're like, oh no. Oh God, now I have to go reset the stupid password. Gotta send an email to me. Then I have to click the
You know what
email
happens
link.
there?
Then
Then
you
I
get a
gotta
text
reset the
notification
password.
with the password.
And then
Yeah.
you say forgot password, and then you type in the new one, and they go, "Oh, that's sorry, that was your old password." Like,
Yes, dang
yes,
it.
I was what?
Yes.
You're so correct.
Everyday irritations, forgetting the passwords. Okay. In Houston, Texas, I already talked about potholes. That is for sure. Especially when you're trying to avoid one and then you just nail one. How many times have you talked in your own car like, oh, that's got to hurt? Because you're like, dang it.
You know, you hit it and you're like, well, there goes my alignment.
There goes the rims.
Or tires.
People who don't use turn signals. Because you could be waiting to exit a parking lot, and that lane, the closest lane to the exit, those cars, you need to know if they're going to turn or not, so it gives you the window to get into the lane.
Well,
of the
especially,
parking lot.
Roula, like when you
Trust
are,
'em.
I mean, I will go out of my way. If I'm going straight, I make sure I'm not in that right turning lane. And I can't stand it when there's that guy who
Oh
is
yeah, but
just
there-
going to sit
I don't know.
there.
If there's a long line in the left-hand lane, I'm like, I'm just going to go
but
ahead.
sometimes,
and-
Ryan, I
the
think that guy-
the right-hand turning lane, you should be turning right in that.
I
not
feel bad
going
when I do it
straight.
by mistake. I'm sitting there going,
Oh, yeah.
I'm like, oh man, the guy behind me.
I'm jamming traffic.
But
They have their
sometimes
turn signal just
listen,
looking at
it
you.
has, I agree with you guys on that, but sometimes even I've been in the position where I
screw
have
up.
to be in that lane because right through this light is where I have to turn right in this parking lot of wherever I'm going to go.
That makes sense.
So you've got to be in that lane, but they don't know that, and I feel like stupid pressure, like guilty pressure, like, guys, I'm just going to go turn right over there. Like I think they're
I just
thinking
want
about me that long,
Maybe
that
there's
hard.
those little screens you can put in the back of your car, like you can just type real quick. When you're at the
I'm
light.
I wish you
turning-
could.
I'm turning up here. Sorry, but
Sorry.
my bad, bro.
I'm turning into the
But how
parking
many
lot.
people would use that for mean things?
Oh yeah.
Think about
for
it.
sure, for
Move
sure.
your ass, buddy.
Oh
Okay.
yes.
Can I ask
don't know
y'all
if I want
this?
that.
Can I ask you this? As a Houston driver, do you ever feel like on purpose a pedestrian is walking slow to torture you?
100%.
Like
100%.
they're not scurrying through the street. They're just like taking their time, almost looking at you like mocking you, like, oh, are you
I
waiting?
dare you to hit
Sometimes
me.
I wonder if
Are
they're
you
trying to get
waiting?
hit.
That's what I was thinking.
Trying to collect a check.
Oh, God.
I feel like they would jump out if they
Slow
were.
walkers. We are not a
But then it's a bit too
pedestrian-friendly
obvious though.
city.
Then if you, because if there's cameras,
Are you trip and fall?
yeah.
Yeah, because if you're a new
lot of
Houstonian, depending on where you came from, there are a lot of cities that are very pedestrian friendly. We are not.
We don't know what to do with them.
We
when
don't
see
let
someone
you go
walking.
first. I know pedestrian has right of way, but we're like, oh no, I'm going to turn before you get in my way.
Speaking of pedestrian, is it
Sure.
just me or is this like it drives me nuts? Okay, so if I'm going to go on a walk and I walk down to the park, to do laps or whatever, I'm taking the sidewalk and I got AirPods in. I'm not hearing anything. All of a sudden, whew, there's a bicycle. Like a dude riding his bike. It's a sidewalk, not a side.
I feel like
bike.
bicycles need to choose. You can't have it both ways.
You can't be driving on the
If
road
there's
and
no
on the
bike
sidewalk.
lane, though, if there's no bike lane, where are they supposed to be? In that edge of the road or on the sidewalk?
Supposed to be on the road.
Yeah,
Sidewalks
I
are
don't
not-
think
You're in a neighborhood.
I don't think they're supposed to be on the sidewalk at all.
Yeah.
Okay, speaking
I
of
get it with
cyclists.
kids. I understand with small
Sure,
kids.
sure.
Yes.
But the people
Trying to
who
train
are
them how to
doing
ride
it
a
for
bike.
training,
That's
yeah.
fine. But when you're a grown adult, you're like a 30-year-old dude and you're on your race bike going down the sidewalk.
On Newcastle, where I used to live, that sidewalk is like you could lay down across the two people.
Oh,
it's like
yeah.
10 feet.
Oh, it's really
That's what they're
wide?
doing on Shepherd now,
And
and
those
on
people
Upper
run bikes.
Shepherd, they're making the sidewalks really wide, and they're taking away some like a lane, I believe, of the street. But I'm thinking about taking my bicycle to the gym in Sharpstown. I do not want to be riding on Bissonnette Street on my bicycle.
scary.
There is a sidewalk there, and it is rickety, but still, I'd rather be on the sidewalk. No one even walks on that either. So
You're going to hit a
that's
bump,
different.
Kevin. Go
I know,
flying.
and go flying over the handlebars. But I'm saying, like, there's no way I'm getting up on Bissonnette. People don't care on that street.
Okay, I have a question about cyclists because we've always seen groups of cyclists who have their headlights on and their tail lights on that flash. You can see them at night.
Yeah,
And they're
that's
like
good.
training in a
They got
pack,
those
I guess,
outfits
for
on?
something. Yes. So yesterday morning when I was driving to work, there was a curve where I was going to the right and, the curve is going to the other side. And it was probably like 6 or 7 of them clustered together. And I was thinking to myself, what if somebody, like, let's say behind me, didn't see that coming on and they just didn't quite touch any of them, but got like spooked? You know what I mean? Like, oh, and then one of them got spooked and then they fell, the whole cluster went down.
It happened.
Do you as the cyclist blame the car for scaring you, or is the cyclist going to be like, well, I guess I shouldn't have been here? I was thinking that, like, that's a big cluster of people, kind of like in the Tour de France. If they go down, they're all down. I was like, wow, they're really biking close together.
I've seen lately is the like just in the neighborhood too. The UPS person, that big truck, they get a package and they go across. Like I'm driving slow and they walk out in front of me because they got that box. The box goes first, and I'm like, whoa! They should park on the side you're going to get out. Like they were trying to walk across to the other house. It's like, no, you should park your vehicle on that side so you're not crossing traffic because you can't see them.
Yeah, and they have the door on both sides.
They're on the big box from the back, and they walk out. So you just got to be careful nowadays.
Look at this text. This is great. How to drive in Houston. Number 1, you must first learn to pronounce the city name. Houston, not Houston. Morning rush hour is from 5 a.m. to noon.
Yep.
Evening rush hour is from noon to 7 p.m.
Yeah.
Friday rush hour starts on Thursday morning at 3 a.m.
Yes.
The minimum acceptable speed on 45 is 80 miles an hour.
Yeah.
On 99 and 59, your speed is expected to at least match the highway number. Anything less is considered wussy. Forget the traffic rules you learned elsewhere. Houston has its own version of traffic rules.
I'd say there's really only a window of 10 p.m. through 5 a.m. where you can actually move at a comfortable speed.
Fridays you can't.
Fridays, all bets are off.
People must go to work for an hour, go to lunch, and never come back.
Yeah.
Just go into
The
Galveston.
traffic's bad by like 11 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah,
Easy.
it sucks.
Hey, yo. Time for KRBE's Roula and Ryan show to tell you what's going down in H.
Brian, the last thing was, most importantly, if you get lost, look for I-45. Then you are somewhere in Houston.
Yeah.
So we got all these loops in that beltway. You can just go around.
Exactly. After wearing basically the same uniforms for 22 years, their entire 22 years of existence, the Texans unveiled their new uniforms yesterday with 4 new uniforms. During the redesign process, the team actually did a survey from more than 10,000 fans giving their input on what they wanted
Their
to
main
see.
one, I'm like, okay, what's the difference? I didn't really notice.
I know, not much.
But that's why they
The
wanted to do. They
font
wanted,
is different with the numbers.
they wanted to keep it still kind of classic, like not change it completely.
The red one looks different.
I love the H-Town with the H and the
On the
it's not-
side.
It's not the old Oiler blue. They said it's Yankee blue.
Oh,
Well, the
God.
inside,
I'm like, don't use that name.
they're so worried about
do they call it
getting
that?
sued by the Oilers
to,
or the
because-
Titans. You
Well,
know.
they couldn't do, was it Columbia blue or what do they call it? I don't know colors
Yeah.
like that.
To me, it always looked like powder baby blue, like the Oilers logo or
but
colors.
every they're all trying to protect their own brand.
Yep.
Steelers, Cowboys.
Okay, so the Senate did pass legislation yesterday that would force TikTok's China-based parent company, to sell the platform under the threat of a ban. And this would disrupt a lot of people's lives. Think about it, all the content creators who rely on that app for their income. Opponents of the bill say the Chinese government could easily get information on Americans in other ways, including through commercial data brokers that traffic in personal information. So,
But it went through
It
bipartisan, meaning almost everyone voted for it.
so either they sell TikTok or it goes bye-bye in America.
Then Zuckerberg will take over everything.
Quite
Reels
possibly.
and
Who has
stuff.
the money to buy it?
Threads will maybe finally get
Threads.
use.
Remember that?
God.
That was last July. I remember when I was on vacation. I'm like, oh, what's this thing?
Now I
did
want to
one
uninstall
thing.
it, and I can't.
Oh, because you'll lose your Instagram stuff. Right?
Yes.
I got a call from Threads, and I thought it was a scam because it sounds like Special K's operators on the telemarketer turnaround.
Oh.
And I was like all side-eyeing this call, and she was talking about how they selected me to help me bump up the Threads, blah, blah, blah. It was basically
Your
an
thread
ad,
count?
like the thread count for
Like
the
my
sheets.
sheets?
No, the thread count. Not bump up my thread count, but just kind of, in the end, it just sounded like we need some more help on getting Threads used.
It's dead.
So you seem like you post enough and there's enough engagement on your social media at Radio Roula. So why don't we try and have you do Threads more often? Make sure you're doing Threads with your Instagram. And I'm like, I don't know.
Instagram. No thanks.
No, it's a lot of
Nah,
work.
you gonna pay me? All right, bring it.
You gonna pay me?
You gonna pay me? Coming up next, Special K does have a prank call.
He's been trying to get rid of this parking ticket. He feels it was unfair, so we're going to call him. Unfortunately, we're calling from a Wendy's.
Wendy's. I love those French fries in that frosty. So tasty. We're gonna hear it next on the Roula and Ryan Show.